What's good? What's good? It's the one, the only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Jake Paul and Mike Tyson in the news, and guess what? Boxing has just made itself look even more stupid. Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is now a sanctioned bout. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Wait, let me correct it. Actually, it's Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is now a sanctioned bout, meaning that this will go on both of their records. Stay tuned, man. All right, so shout out to ESPN.com. You know, I'm just crazy. But anyways, it says Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul to be sanctioned a professional fight. The July 20th bout between YouTuber turned prize fighter Jake Paul and former heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson will be classified as a sanctioned professional fight in the Texas Department of License and Regulations. Bro, this is why, like, you know, Texas has some of the most corrupt boxing organizations out there. You remember what was it? Chavez Sr. versus Pernell Whitaker. Even Paulie Malignaggi versus Juan Diaz. That was a robbery. You know, just the whole open scoring and whatever. Anyways, the heavyweight showdown between the heavyweight showdown will be contested over 8 2-minute rounds with each fighter using 14-ounce gloves, but this is a sanctioned bout. That's crazy. The outcome will affect their professional boxing records. This is just ridiculous, man. Like, what's the, like, I mean, I get to that. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul signed on to fight each other with the desire to do so in a sanctioned professional fight that would have a definitive outcome. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Most Valuable Promotion co-founder Nikisa Badarian said in a statement to ESPN, over the past 6 weeks, MVP has worked with his partners to satisfy the requirements of the Texas Department of License and Regulations to sanction Paul versus Tyson. And the fact that it is called Paul versus Tyson, like, oh man, all right. Like, this is a legend in this sport, and you're letting a YouTuber, like, even though, like, I know what I say about bringing the you know, his own fan base, but bro, this is just crazy. We are grateful that we have gotten to this point since the announcement of the fight, which will take place in the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and will be streamed on Netflix. There were questions surrounding what rules will be given to the two fighters. There were questions surrounding what the rules would be given the two fighters have more than 3 decades age difference. More than a decade age difference. Tyson, who is 57, hasn't won a professional bout since a knockout win over Clifford Eaton, whatever his last name is, in February 2003. He fought professionally twice after collecting his 50th win, but was stopped by Danny Williams in 2004 and Kevin McBride in 2005. And that Kevin McBride fight, bro, that was just the trashiest, like, not trashing Mike Tyson, but man, Mike Tyson, it's like he just gave up. I remember he just sat on the ropes and just gave up in that fight. You know what I'm saying? It's just, Tyson is just, he was well past it then. And then you want to make a fight 20 years later, or 19 years later. Anyways, by the time Tyson was, by the time Tyson enters the ring July 20th, he will be 58, Paul will be 27. The 31-year age gap will be the biggest in the history of professional boxing, eclipsing the 24 age gap between Archie Moore and Mike Tobias. Archie Moore was 49 and Mike Tobias was 25. When they met in 1963, Moore defeated Bias by third round knockout, but he also was quite active, fighting 4 times as a 48-year-old before calling it a career at 49. Tyson hasn't competed as a professional since he was 38. In 2020, he met Roy Jones in an exhibition match. Tyson exceeded expectations in the bout, which ended in a split draw, but it did not go on his professional record. Paul's sudden rise to comeback sports began when he knocked out former NBA player Nate Robinson on the undercard of Tyson versus Jones. Paul, who has the record of 9-1 with 6 knockouts, has since become a staple in big money events. During the recent wave of crossover boxing matches, with wins coming against former UFC stars Tyron Woodley, Ben Askren, Anderson Silva, and Nate Diaz. Paul redirected his energy to face a boxer with more experience after suffering a decision loss to Tommy Fury in 2023, with the goal of being ranked by the sanctioning body and eventually challenging for a world championship. He followed the traditional boxing track for 2 bouts, knockout wins over journeyman Andre August and Ryan Borland, before he pivoted back to a fight with Mike Tyson. The fight will be Netflix's first into comeback sports and its 3rd live sporting event overall, with the eye on breaking streaming records for a live sporting event, which actually is, I get that part business-wise, that is smart, because I think over 500 million people have Netflix, so, I can understand that. The promotion added to the highly anticipated rematch between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, which is going to be a great fight, for Taylor's undisputed lightweight championship as the co-main event. The first 2 met in 2022, with Taylor edging Serrano by split decision at Madison Square Garden. The fight provided incredible success and lit the fuse for the current boom in women's boxing. Mike Tyson. Oh, is this a? Okay, yeah, we already got on. All right, so let's talk about it. Now, if you know me, if you know my channel, I've always been a big supporter of Jake Paul, because I do like what he does, what he's doing for the fighters, trying to get them paid more, trying to get insurance coverage and all this type of stuff. But once again, how do you expect to be taken serious as a boxer by making moves like this? Why is this bout even being sanctioned? Because here's my thing, bro. What do you get off on? Let's just say Jake Paul beats Mike Tyson. What do you get out of that, bro? Nobody in the world is going to allow you to live that down. You're not going to get credit absolutely. As a matter of fact, you're going to get criticized. No matter how you try to justify it, you're going to get criticized, bro. Because why do you want a 57-year-old man on your record, bro? Why? And the fact that Mike Tyson is agreeing to this is just, man, I'm not going to lie, bro. This is why boxing is just looked at as not even a sport anymore. It's just an event. Boxing is looked at more so as a business venture to make an event. Like, why does this fight need to be sanctioned? It's already bad enough that this fight is happening when Jake Paul is trying to become. How do you expect to become a world champion by taking fights like this? This is not even. This is a step way back. You don't get anywhere by fighting no Mike Tyson, bro. Mike Tyson is 57 years old, bro. This is not the move for me, bro. I'm sorry, but Jake Paul moving backwards, and that just makes me, and it just continues to, you wonder why people don't take you serious in the sport of boxing by making dumbass moves like this. Now I'm all for Jake Paul because, solidifying himself in the boxing world. I'm all for that, but you got to do it the right way, my guy. And fighting MMA fighters and UFC fighters and basketball players and boxers that were boxing that were in their primes in the 90s, the early 90s at that, late 80s, early 90s at that, and you want to fight them 3 decades later? I'm sorry, man. You calling out Floyd Mayweather, who walks around at 155 pounds? How do you expect to be taken serious by making these type of moves, bro? You make it hard for people to support you when you do things like this. You're taking, then you got the nerve, not him, but I'm saying the boxing gurus got the nerve to take this legend and put him on the B side of, that is ridiculous to me, man. That's ridiculous, man. At least show respect to the legend. Make it Tyson versus, that is just ridiculous, bro. This is a joke. This is a joke, and this is the sport that we all love. Shaking my head. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Are you gonna watch this fight? But what do I know?